Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Eric for President, and you know the drill, your one-stop shop for 5 VR stories you missed over the past couple of days, and we got quite a bit to talk about. We have a VR MMORPG coming to every single headset, including the Oculus Quest, a couple Oculus Quest updates we're likely to see soon, and something they snuck into update 9.0 that could have some repercussions for some users, and more. Leave a like for the video because it's just a nice thing to do, or I'll have to threaten you in some way, but other than that, let's get into the VR news. Cheers. A game that should be on everyone's watch list, let's start out with another ambitious VR MMORPG coming to all major headsets, and yes, that includes the Oculus Quest. Ilysia is a brand new MMO to me, straight looking like Hobbit and Lord of the Rings vibes. The developers wanted an experience for people that want a typical MMORPG with questing, level grinding, all the normal things, but also wanting people to be able to just wander, find hidden areas, or even just walk around and enjoy the scenery. They combine aspects such as Shadow of the Colossus with huge guardians roaming, as well as Tomb Raider aspects of cave and ruin exploration. The beauty of these two aspects is that the player doesn't necessarily have to interact with them. The guardians will roam on their own until a player decides to interact with them, and the exploration and climbing areas are, for the most part, either hidden off a main path or waiting to be found in the mountains and valleys spread across the world. When it comes to the MMO side of the game, players can expect an experience very close to WoW between Burning Crusade and Lich King, though the combat will feel very close to Skyrim VR and the Rec Room quest that utilize sword, bows, and wands. At this time, Ilysia will have a free-to-play model, and it is super early to even get excited about this game, but keep an eye on it, and maybe, just maybe, do y'all think we may finally get a mass-adopted VR MMO if this works? Let me know down in the comments. Let's hit two possible Oculus Quest updates coming in the future, which would be definite bonuses for the headset, before getting into something a bit darker. First reported on by one of my favorites to follow on Twitter, Ben Ling of Road to VR, it is thought the Oculus Quest will likely get a digital IPD indicator via a software update soon. For those unfamiliar with what this means, the Oculus Quest has an IPD slider, used to accommodate the distance between your pupils, and on headsets such as the Valve Index and HTC product lines, when moving the slider you get a visual cue on what the IPD is set to, where on the Oculus Quest this is not present. Ben Ling noticed at OC6 last month during a demo when moving the IPD slider, an indicator did come on screen with a digital reading of the set IPD. Furthermore, tearing down the Oculus Quest, Ben notes it is clear that the hardware is there for this already, and a simple software update could fix this. I think Oculus wants to always be the driver of VR, and it seems simple and straightforward that this would come so the user can know exactly the IPD setting, leading to the best VR experience the headset can provide. Would this be useful to you? Do you feel you may be slightly off guessing the IPD that you're using on the Quest? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. A second possible update coming before our darker story for the day is a voice assistant for your Oculus Quest. Earlier this year, there were news articles such as the one by Scott Hayden of Road to VR, and many more discussing Facebook was working on a voice assistant app. This would function in a similar fashion to Siri, Google Assistant, and Alexa, while we would most likely see a Facebook assistant outside of VR first, such as hand tracking coming next year, and although that will most likely just be used for basic commands at first, this is all logical steps to a better VR experience. Oculus understands the future is taking away as many hurdles, hardware, and accessories as possible for a convenient and immersive VR experience. In a Reddit post first reported by Milk is Not a Vegetable, solid username, it shows when looking through a system in unknown sources, an Oculus Assistant service file is present. This file, when clicked upon, does nothing, but after the Oculus link coming out of nowhere and an inside source saying there are a couple things coming that will surprise everyone, it seems, like said before, logical that basic voice commands may be coming to the Quest sooner than we think. Being able to open files, start games, and more without the need for controllers is the first step to a seamless VR experience, and I'm very curious if something like this would be valuable to you. For our main story of the day, before getting into something more positive, let me clarify this is very new news, conjecture, and something I think is important to talk about, but not blow it out of proportion, meaning no, Oculus is not going to brick any of your devices. In a Reddit post by MindChisel, a heads up was given that the latest Quest update came with a hidden kill switch that allows a developer mode to be killed and disabled. Some system functions added in the 9.0 update include names as follows: perform anti-piracy kill switch action, is developer mode blocked on backend, disable developer mode on device. According to Psycode on Reddit, these, if their investigations are correct, would function to disable developer mode and sideloading from happening on the Quest. Before causing an alarm, it has been stated numerous times, and I do believe Oculus has no intention of stopping sideloading, and Oculus supporting the use of a developer mode is in their interest, the developer's interest, and the consumer's interest. We all win with the developer mode intact. However, similar to when Beaton was taken down by the developer, there are certain sideloadable apps that, while providing value to the platform, Oculus cannot openly support or actively promote, such as the use of copyrighted custom songs on Beat Saber. In addition to Oculus not being able to openly back these, they may have legal pressure to stop certain apps from working if they violate use or are piracy. While there are no confirmed instances of Oculus blocking anyone from developer mode, keep tabs on this, as in the future Oculus may have to be responsible in some way of monitoring and stopping use of apps that violate terms of service or any acts of game piracy. But no, Oculus has no intention of bricking your headset, banning your account, or attacking in any way, and I believe this is just a way to cover themselves if need be and to stop possible piracy if they are forced to. I'll leave the rest to you though, and very eager to hear your thoughts on this. Link for the original Reddit post will be in the description. And for our final story, it is almost unbelievable. It is so positive, it is almost unbelievable, but the Thrill of the Fight has recently come out on the Oculus Quest. The Thrill of the Fight is basically a VR boxing game dedicated to VR realism as much as possible in boxing. Basically, it's as real of a boxing game as can be for the Oculus Quest. And at the time of recording this, there are over 400 reviews for the game, and 100% of them are positive. Now, you put 400 people, 400 VR users in a room and ask them to all agree on something, and that's never gonna happen. I will shave my beard if this ever happens again, probably, but the Thrill of the Fight for the Oculus Quest has 100% positive reviews with over 400 users right now. That is insane, a monumental task, and if you haven't played it, I highly recommend it because it is probably, well, it's not only a great game, but it's probably one of the best VR workouts you're going to get. I cannot play many rounds of this without getting drenched in sweat, and this room that I'm recording in is not warm. It is a fairly cold room, and I will still break a huge sweat playing this game. It is a fantastic game. The Thrill of the Fight, 100% on Oculus Quest. Go play it. It is highly recommended by everyone I know, including myself. But that's it for today, everybody. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to hit a like to support the video. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss an upload. I will see you in a few days, VR Space Cowboys. Cheers.